What's good, guys? My name is CJ Soup, and today I'm going to be doing a little psychology sit down. I'm going to be calling it. I want to make a little bit of like a routine, a bit of a schedule of like how I want my videos to go. I'm planning on doing about 4 videos a week. With the first video of the week on a Tuesday doing education, on a Thursday doing psychology sit down, Saturday doing some sort of trade breakdown that I've taken during the week or any highlight from the week that happened when it comes to the actual trading. And on Sunday, I want to be uploading some sort of vlog style video or just kind of a whatever I'm thinking at that time. So that's like the little routine, the little schedule that I want to have, so people that start watching me a bit more will know when to expect the next video and can expect value to come to them from me, because that's all I'm trying to do with this channel, bro. I'm just trying to give as much value as I can, just free value. Take all this. I want everyone to succeed, just like I'm trying to succeed at the same thing, you know? So I'm just trying to give as much value as I can from the knowledge that I've acquired over my 2 years of trading. So today, in the first psychology sit down, I want to talk about psychological issue that was the biggest psychological issue that I experienced. And I'm not no better, no worse than anyone else, so I understand that it's probably an issue that everyone has experienced, and that is overtrading. Overtrading specifically, I'm not talking about revenge trading, I'm not talking about fear of whatever. Those are all psychological issues as well, but this psychological issue affected me the most, and I think actually encompasses a lot of the other psychological issues. So I got some notes here, and I've written down just a practical step-by-step how to think about overtrading, from why is it holding you back all the way to a solution, and then where to go from here when it comes to this psychological issue specifically. So to begin, why is overtrading holding you back? So first things first, we can actually go back in history to why trading started in the first place. One reason trading existed was, say, for example, you had a oil company, and the oil company is trying to trade their oil barrels to other companies around the world that need oil, need energy, need fuel. And say the oil prices are increasing or decreasing. Say are decreasing, they're not worth as much to other companies to then buy, and then they'll be selling something that's not as valuable anymore. So other companies are trying to get other energy sources, for example. So the oil company is now selling less oil, is bringing in less revenue. It might not be able to survive. So what the stock market allowed them to do, or what oil, being able to trade commodities being oil, allowed them to do, was hedge their business. So if they're not selling as much, they could say go short the oil market. And so they're still able to hold value in their company, since now they're making profit as oil prices are going down. Until the market starts to turn around again, they're making more sales, and then they can start to get out of their position. So during that period of time when they weren't selling as much, they were still making money, being able to keep the company afloat, being able to keep all the employees, etc., right? So what we can see from that case is that trading was back in the day before retail trading and all that occurred, trading was firstly, it was a rich man's game. And secondly, it was very situational. Companies and individuals would trade only in certain situations when the opportunity was there, when they needed to. Trading didn't start in the beginning to be a trade every single day. It quickly got into that, sure. But the original reason why the stock market began, at least in commodities' sake, was so people could hedge their business in order to stay afloat. So with that said, overtrading is obviously by definition going to be a hindrance if you were not meant to frequently trade from the get-go of trading existing, right? So that's why overtrading is holding you back, because the market is built, at least on the lower time frames, it is programmed to liquidate you. That's the whole strategy that I taught in the last video, is that liquidity is a main, if not the most important factor in the market of why the market moves, is liquidity. Liquidity is taking people's stop losses, taking people's money. That's the reason why the market moves. So if we know that the market is built and programmed to take money from you. The more you expose yourself to the market, the more trades that you take, the more frequently you're at the charts, the more likely you are to lose and to lose money. So we need to pick our shots very wisely. It has to be a very logical decision. We have to be snipers and not machine gunners, basically. Now, with that said, that's the reason why you don't want to overtrade. That's the reason why it is holding you back, because I don't care how good you are as a trader. I don't care if you've been trading for 20 years. If you're taking 10, 15, 20, 30 trades a day, bro, once in a while you're coming out green, but for the most part, I bet you're coming out as a loss, right? And even if that was the case, and maybe like that wouldn't affect a 30-year veteran, most of us are not 30-year veterans here, right? We're a couple years into it, a couple months, whatever. You don't want to be exposed to the market that much. Pick your shots. Also with overtrading, I believe that it encompasses a lot of things. Overtrading encompasses the fear of loss, encompasses the fear of failure as a trader, as a person. Because say you overtrade, why do you start overtrading? You take a trade, you lose. You expected to win. Now you're saying to yourself, oh, well, I got in at this level, but really I should have waited until this level, and that's what I actually thought before I took the trade. And so now we're at this level again. I think it's worth it to take another trade and try it again. Oh, I got stopped out again. Okay, maybe I should just switch directions then, if that's the case. And then that way I can get my money back, because it'll be the start of the move. And then you get in that way, and then it flips back on you to go your original decision in your original direction. And now you lost 3 times, and you're saying, oh, now it's going because of this level here. I didn't see that. Oh, now I'm back in, take it again, down. Now it's consolidating. You're getting too scared, too antsy, and you get out for another loss. And that's 4 losses in the span of 4 minutes. If that sounds familiar, I know it is, because I've experienced that. Everyone's experienced that. That's psychologically how the market gets you. This is why you got to pick your shots. So we understand why overtrading is holding us back. How do I want you to think about trading in general, which eliminates overtrading from the psychology in a way? Okay, so I heard this quote from someone. I haven't got the actual quote, so I made it like in my own words. I heard it from a Words of Wisdom podcast with some crypto guy. And he said that trading is an elegant dance between heavy risk and doing absolutely nothing. Which goes back to my analogy that I used earlier in my example, that you need to pick your shots and you use trading situationally. That's what it was originally built for. You use it in certain situations is when you trade. So understanding that, we have to know that, say if you're a scalper, in a day, you might get 2 solid trades, 2 solid setups you can expect to occur in a day, in a session. If you're a scalper. If you're a swing trader, you can expect, or a weekly range trader, you can expect 1 to 0 clean setups a week. And I would say 1 solid setup a fortnight, every 2 weeks, if not 2. So you have to understand that not every move in the market is for you. Not every move in the market is for your strategy. If you're a trend follower, you're taking continuation trades. When it reverses, when it's starting to reverse, why are you looking at getting into a reversal setup when your strategy is a trend following strategy? Leave the reversal to the reversal traders. That's their job. They're staying out when you're doing your trend following thing. If everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? Pick your shots. And lastly, on how I want you to think about it, right? The goal with trading. What's the goal? Why are we trading? We're here to make money, obviously, right? That's why we all got into it, and that's where we want to go with it. One day, incrementally, you're going to be increasing your size. As you become profitable, as you're making consistent small gains, you want to turn that into consistent big gains and then consistent huge gains, right? Do you think, say for futures, for example, do you think in 10 years when you're trading 100 contracts, 100 minis or 50 minis, whatever, that you're going to be taking 8 trades in a session? You ain't, bro. No, you're not. People that are trading that type of size pick their shots very carefully because they understand the risk. Even if your stop loss is tight, that's still a fat risk. 10K loss, 20K loss when you're trading that size. And even if your account can handle it, I don't care who you are, bro. To see a negative 10,000, you're not going to be okay with that. So with that said, you're not just going to be taking any old setup. You're going to be waiting for it to look real nice, real nice. When I know a bunch of people out there are doing what I said before, reversing this, oh, this must be just taking bullshit. Just taking bullshit. Bullshit that they know they shouldn't be taking because you're using 5 micros, 1 contract, 2 contracts. Pennies, bruv. Like I'm using like one contract right now too, but like pennies in the grand scheme of our career as a trader. So understand that in your mind. And so when you're using that one lot or the one contract, just remember eventually you're going to be using 100. So you have to build the habits now to take 1-2 trades a day max, or 3 trades a week max. And that's if you're a scalper. That's how you have to think about it psychologically, right? So that's the second step. Now, going into the third step, which is the practical solution. What I believe is the best solution to overtrading. We've gone through why it holds you back, why it's important to understand it, how I want you to actually think about trading, which relates to these psychological issues. And now we're going to go into an actual practical solution that I think will help limit your overtrading and over time fully eliminate. Firstly, this is a psychological issue where you're telling yourself you're going to not do something, you're not going to overtrade, but you're telling yourself that once your emotions are already heightened, once you're in the moment, after you've taken 2 trades, you're like, oh, I can't anymore, like I can't trade anymore, but now you're already emotionally heightened. You're already compromised. You can still do it. You can still stop. Just fucking turn the off button on your computer. Just press shut down, right? But you're compromised. It is harder to do that, right? So because anyone can tell themselves, I'm not going to do it. Like, that's why psychology is such an issue for people, because like you know what to do, but you don't do it. So my recommendation is to put parameters in place before you even trade, bro. Before you even press the trading view icon on your computer, before you even press anything, have parameters in place. What's the first parameter that I recommend? You have to have a set time period that you're trading. Obviously, pick one that suits best with what you got going on in life. I have a job. I'm an electrical engineer, right? I'm in a grad program for electrical engineering in Australia, right? I can trade at nighttime. I can trade New York session, which is handy. But I can only trade New York AM session because by the time it's New York PM session, I have to be asleep in order to wake up and then go to work. So what works for me is New York AM session. But what am I also available to? I could also trade London. I'm awake during London. I could trade it. But if I know that if I trade 2 sessions, what am I doing? I'm exposing myself more to the market, which is doing what? Will have a most likely result of me losing more because I'm exposed more. So what do? I only trade New York AM session. Period. Period, bro. That's it. I'm only trading New York AM session when it comes to futures. That's it. For forex, different story because I catch weekly range trades. Like I take 1 to 2 trades on a forex pair on my forex account a week. Futures, I scalp. So I'm only trading 1 session. That's it. The days that you see big rallies in London, this and that, those aren't for you. Being an example that your time period you're picking is New York AM session like me. Those big London rallies, they're not for you, bro. So if you see them before your time and you're like, oh, it's not for you. You have to put the parameter in place to best give you the best chance of not overtrading, not taking a million trades in a day and losing, bro, and not overexposing yourself. So have a set period that you trade. This is a must. It's mandatory. It's essential. It's critical, crucial. All of those things. You need to have a set period of time that you're trading. And do not break that shit before you even trade. So you're not emotionally heightened in a trading sense. So you can make a sensible decision. You haven't even opened the trading view chart yet. Just don't do it. Just wait. Just wait. New York's coming. It's all good. Just wait. So that's one parameter, right? Second parameter, which I don't really have access to because I trade off of Tradeovate and this and that. Apparently like Top Step X and a couple other places, I'm not completely sure, but they have like automatic lockouts or manual lockouts. You can set, if you lose a certain amount, it locks you out and you can't get back in until the next trading day. I don't know if it's set on like the amount of trades, but the amount that you lose. Same kind of thing. Implement that. And lastly, you could tell yourself beforehand, I'm only going to take 3 trades, 3 losses and I'm done. 3 wins and I'm done. You could do that as well. For me, I just put it back to just I purely trade this certain time interval and I only take my strategy. And my strategy doesn't occur 15 times in a session. And I bet yours doesn't either. Maybe once, twice, 3 times on a crazy day. And so that's what I'm going to take. And if my setup ain't there anymore, then I'm done by the end of my time interval, which is around 11 a.m. EST. I'm off the chart. So I'm trading from 8:30. I'm analyzing, but I still take a trade sometimes in that first 8:50, 9:10 macro up until the end of the 10:50, 11:10 macro. And I'm done. I don't care. I don't care if a setup occurs 5 minutes after I get off. I give no shits. Don't care. Don't care, bro. Don't care. So that's the solution that I recommend. Now, lastly, where do you go from here? Okay. So this is the first psychology sit down that I'm doing for my channel. And what I'm about to recommend, I think, is going to be the most important thing that you might hear for this whole year, to be completely honest. It's what I've done, and it's helped a lot. No more backtesting. No more technicals. No more testing strategies. Nah, none of it. If you've been trading a year plus, you have a strategy, you've seen it work, you trade it most of the time. You might take some other bullshit trades. You have a strategy. You know what works. You know how to see it. You've seen a bunch of examples. No more backtesting. Backtesting is used to find data and to get data on a certain strategy. But it appears like how that strategy appears in real time when you're trading is different every single time. Same logic, looks completely different. So just backtesting example after example after example isn't gonna really get you anywhere. After you've done it for a extended bunch of trade setups over maybe a year period, like backtesting like a year period, and you find all of your setups in that year, you're pretty much good, bro. And I used to backtest all the time, bro. Saturday nights, Sunday nights, in the morning, during the week. I live in Australia, so that's Asia session. I'd be backtesting, bro, every day. Doesn't get you anywhere, bro. From now on, only review your trades and study yourself. That's it. That's all I want you to be doing outside of the charts, outside of actual real-time trading. Just do that. So fully focus on psychology and studying yourself. How do I recommend you go about that? I downloaded this app not too long ago called Obsidian, OBSIDIAN, Obsidian. It's a note-taking software. You download it onto your desktop, whatever, and just write about yourself in there. Look up another video on YouTube of how to use it. It can be a bit complex when you're first looking at it, whatever, but it doesn't take long. And just study yourself, bro. Just study yourself. Make a mind map. There's canvases on there that you can do. You can put pictures and write and put a bunch of arrows to different stuff. This connects to that, connects to that, and then back to this, whatever. And just study yourself, bro. Yourself. Not even studying psychology. Study yourself. Who am I, bro? How am I? What am I underlying? What do I usually do? How do I react to shit usually in a general sense? Those are the answers that you need to be finding. So I'm going to leave you with that. Those are my 4 steps to get over trading. So if you made it to this part of the video, I hope you got a lot of value from that. I hope you learned from that. I hope you take my advice. I know I don't have a lot of viewers or a lot of subs right now, but that doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm talking about, if you get what I mean. And I'm sure you can understand by my wording and how I'm saying it that what I'm saying makes sense and it sounds legit, sounds practical. I gave you why it's holding you back, how to actually think about it, a practical solution, and then how to execute that solution and all the background of the problem, which is studying yourself in general. I gave you from A to Z what to do. So go do it. Take this value and go do it. I also have a free PDF when it comes to the technical side of things that shows my futures strategy and how I execute in the futures market every day. So if you want some free shit, go download that. Links in the description. I'm also trying to build a Discord right now, trying to build a little community. So if you feel like joining that, you like the value that I'm giving, you want to hear more, you want to see live trading, live backtesting, psychological quotes, gems, whatever that I'm just dropping, spitting, just whatever, then join. I'm going to be putting a lot of value in there. And yeah, it's going to be a big community one day. So if you want to get in early at a low price and really see it grow and get all the information from beginning to end, there's no catch up, there's no nothing. I'm teaching you from the ground up. then go ahead and join that, bro. But if not, keep showing up. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be uploading more videos in that schedule routine that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. So you get a lot of value from my channel. I can guarantee you that. I'm just here to give as much value as possible. That's it. So yeah, download the free PDF, like, subscribe, and until the next video, peace.